Hello, Mr. V here again with my first walkthrough. I was going to call it playthrough, but I thought that'd be too much of a troll. I mean, this isn't Call of Duty, but it's my first walkthrough of going through 3 or more questions on the same sort of topic. So today we're looking at place value of whole numbers. Now I've already done a quick revision video of this, so treat this as like your practice questions, which you can have a go at yourself, and I'll be going through each one with the best method of how to get these answers correct. So the first one we've got here is what is the value of the 5 in each of these numbers, and I've got 5 numbers there, each of which we'll have to look at in turn to determine the value of the 5. So without further ado, let's get started. Now the first thing I want to do is label my columns. So I'm going to start down here. I've left myself plenty of room, and I'm going to have my, I need that a bit thicker. I'm going to have my millions column here. Then I'm going to have my 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands. Now this will be quicker with you with a pen, of course. Hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay, so let's get our numbers in. So my first one here, I've got 1,531. So I'm looking at the number, and I can see that the 5 there is in the hundreds column, so I can straight away put my answer here of 500. Now moving on to the second number, I've got, well, let's label it this way in case you don't want to put anything in the wrong column, so it's probably wise to start with the ones. So I've got 8 ones, 6 tens, 6 hundreds, 5 thousands, there we go. But might as well finish off the rest of the number, 1 10,000 and 4 100,000s. So again, looking at the 5 here, I can see straight away it's in the thousands column, so it has a value of 5,000. Next, I've got a 2 in the ones column, 5 there. Now, I could stop there. I'm only going to write the rest of the number just for the video purpose, but we can clearly see already that the 5 is in the tens column, so we know it's 5 tens or 50. Next one, a 9 in the ones column, nothing in the tens column, 7 in the hundreds column, 3 in the thousands column, 1 in the 10,000s column, a 5 in the 100,000s column, and a 3 in the millions. So our 5 is in the 100,000s column. So we write it down. Put my comma in, which isn't easy with this mouse. And the last one here. Now again, just like we did with the one where it was 50, our 5 is pretty obviously in the ones column, and I'm only going to write the rest of the digits in for the purpose of the video. So here our 5 is in the ones column, so it has a value of just 5. That's all there is to it. You could probably do that in half the time, given that you'll have a pen, and it's much easier to write with a pen than this mouse on the computer. So let's have a look at the next question. What is the value of the 9 in each of these numbers? Now these questions don't usually differ, so let's do the same thing as we did before and get our columns labelled. So millions, 100,000s, here we go again. Now by all means pause the video and have a go at this yourself, and then you can fast forward through, stop listening to me droning on, and see what I've got and see if it's the same as your answer. I'm hoping that it will be. I always think these ones are the ones where you've got, you know, you pick up your easy marks here with these sorts of questions, and place value is one of those topics that you learn early on in maths to get a good understanding of number. I'm going to use green this time. So we're looking at the value of the 9 in each of these numbers. So let's make sure we've read the question properly and let's get our numbers in. So 6 in the ones column, we're starting with the one on the far left, nothing in the tens column, 6 in the hundreds column, 6 as well in the thousands column, 1 in the 10,000s column, and 9 in the 100,000s column. So our 9 is worth 900,000. Moving on to the next number. So I've got a 3 in the ones, a 9 in the tens, a 1 in the hundreds, and a 3 in the thousands. So here our 9 is in the tens column, so it's a value of 90. Next number. So 1 in the ones, 1 in the tens, 9 in the hundreds, nothing in the thousands, but an 8 in the 10,000s. Here our 9 is in the hundreds column, so it has a value of 900. A few of you might think this process is kind of arduous, but it's one of those where you're almost checking the answer as you go. So when you finish the test, and you might typically have 5 or 10 minutes left, and you've got to check through your answers, these are the kind of questions that really you shouldn't need to check at the end, because you'll have done it thoroughly enough when you've done the question, and you've effectively checked the answer yourself. So spend more time on checking those questions that have a bit more of a deeper reasoning skill to them. Let's get the next one in. I'll shut up. So 2 and 3 there, nothing in the hundreds, 2 in the thousands, 9 in the 10,000s, bing bing bing, 8 in the 100,000s, and 2 in the millions column this time. So our 9 is in the 10,000s column. 90,000. Whoop-de-doo. And our last one. 7 in the ones, 5 in the tens, 6 in the hundreds, 9 in the thousands, 1 in the 10,000s column. So our 9 this time is in the 10,000s column. Oh, I should correct myself there. 9 is in the thousands column. You see, you get casual, you can make a mistake. Good job my brain let me know that I was wrong there. So yeah, 9 in the thousands column. Just get that clarified. So it has a value of 9,000. So that's the second question. Let's move on to the final one. Pause the video and have a go at it, and let's work through it. So millions, 100,000s. That would be easier for me to type this, but I'm trying to mimic the situation that you would be in a test, or you don't have a computer. So I'm ploughing on with doing this with a mouse. Going back to red this time. Red for power. So what is the value of the 1 in each of these numbers? So we're looking at the 1 digit this time. So our first number is a big one. 4 in the ones, 9 in the tens, nothing at all in the hundreds, 4 in the thousands, 3 in the 10,000s, 5 in the 100,000s, and 1 in the millions. So it has a value of 1 million, that one. Why do I give myself the ones which take ages to write out? Should have given myself the ones where it's always a value of 1. Next. A 2 in the ones, an 8 in the tens, a 6 in the hundreds, a 1 in the thousands, and a 4 in the 10,000s. So our 1 has a value of 1,000. Next number. This one has a 1 in the ones, so straight away you'll know. Like I say, I'm just going to write out the rest of this number for the purpose of the video. 2 in the thousands, 8 in the 10,000s, and a 9 in the 100,000s column. So our 1 has a value of just 1 because it's in the ones column. The next number, 5 in the ones, 2 in the tens, 1 in the hundreds, nothing at all in the thousands, and a 7 in the 10,000s. So here our 1 is in the hundreds column. So it has a value of 100. And our last number, now I've written everything a little bit too big, so I've not got much space here, so I'm going to have to clear some room. Okay, back on it. So we have a 3 in the ones column, nothing at all in the tens, 4 in the hundreds, nothing in the thousands, 9 in the 10,000s, and a 1 in the 100,000s column. So 1 has a value of 100,000. Don't forget those zeros. There we go. We've gone through 3 examples here. These kind of questions, like I say, don't really differ. It's typically just asking you the value of a digit within the whole number. In this case, this final example looked for the value of the 1.